TikTok, and maybe it's my algorithm, but let me know if it's your algorithm too, okay? But it looks like this case of Antonio Hicks killing his mother's fiance was about 10 years ago, right? And I've been seeing videos of, different creators giving their response. I heard one creator say, you know, the mom seems like a pick me mom, and, hey, I don't know. I had a different question, okay? I had a different question. I know another creator said that they thought the mom was involved with the crime somehow. But my question is this. Well, let me give you a synopsis of what happened before I give you my question, okay? So, when Antonio was 19, he was charged with shooting his mother and killing her Air Force officer fiance. According to the station, Antonio Hicks was arraigned that Thursday back in May 2014 on charges of first degree murder, assault with intent to murder, and having a firearm during a felony in the death of 41-year-old Staff Sergeant Johnny Clyburn. Police said the incident occurred around 7:30 a.m. Tuesday at a home on Detroit's east side. Hicks is accused of fatally shooting Clyburn before turning the gun on his mother, 40-year-old Nicolina Pace. CBS Detroit reports Pace was shot twice, but still managed to call 911 and identify the shooter as her son. She was taken to the hospital after the police arrived. Hicks was found about 3 miles away from his home. Once officers approached the scene, and they later arrested him, and they took him in for a mental evaluation. And the sergeant, Michael Woody, at the time said it appears that he does suffer from some type of psychological disorder. But he also noted and acknowledged that he's no medical professional, so he couldn't make a diagnosis. But that's what it appeared. That's how he appeared to him. And in the interview with the news, the mom said, she doesn't think that he has any mental disorder or anything, and that he's just evil. I think she called him a monster. Um, and she basically sounded like she was disowning him completely, right? But she also mentioned how she thought he was upset because he was going to have to move to Florida and move to Florida to be with his dad. Okay, mind you, he's 19 at the time. And so what I've noticed is in many black communities, black families, the age to fly the coop is 18. You graduate high school, and it's time for you to learn to adult. And 18 has been the age, or after you graduate high school, has been the age since I was little. Like that has been indoctrinated in us, right? But then when I had my own child, and he's my one and only, um, the question that I have is, how old is too old to let your child, you know, when they turn into adults, fly the coop, and how young is too young for you to, let them fly the coop, right? So I think of this in terms of babysitting, okay? I don't know if y'all states have babysitting laws, but my state has, well, I think it still has a babysitting law that only children 13 and up are allowed to babysit, and it's an age range with it, right? I think 13-year-olds, I don't think they're able to babysit an infant or a newborn. It's a certain age range that they're able to babysit and make a profit off of it, right? I say all that to say I look at 13-year-olds very differently. They're at a very critical time in their life. So I don't think any 13-year-old is the same. So while this is a law in place, we still have to have that level of discretion as adults and as individuals to be able to say, okay, I don't think this 13-year-old can handle this. But whereas I might think that this 13-year-old is able to handle this type of responsibility, right? So I feel like the same applies when, you know, you're ready for your child to, leave, officially leave. One of the things my son will always know is that he can come back home. I don't care if he is traveling the world. I don't care if, he is trying to, forge his own path and everything. He can always come back home, right? But I am not personally for sure that when he turns 18, I'm just going to, oh, now you can just go. You're grown now. It's time for you to leave the nest. No, I want you to be mentally, emotionally, financially, and physically prepared to live on your own, to be an adult in this world, and to be a productive member of society. So what do you guys think? Do you think like 18 is too young, is too old? It depends on the child, or do you just kind of gauge it based off of their growth and their development, or do you follow that fast rule of, hey, I did everything I needed to do, and now you're 18, now you graduated high school, I'm sending you off into the world. Like, what's your plan? What have you done?